Hey guys, so I've got a pool noodle here, and I'm not about to go jump in the pool and play around. I'm actually going to use this as a helpful little tool to help measure the efficiency of my pool filter. I've got a semi-loaded filter right now, getting kind of dirty, pressure's rising, and I want to actually see kind of what happens to flow rate in the pool. So I'm going to show you a cool little trick. This is just one of a few videos that I plan for my pool noodle series, showing you how you can use these fun toys to actually serve more as a tool for your pool. So here's our equipment pad, fairly standard. We've got our pump, we've got our filter, we do have a solar heater up on the roof, and then we've got our saltwater chlorine generator. But this pump and the filter, these are essentially the heart of the pool. They're what's circulating the water, cleaning the water, getting it back into the pool to keep it nice and crystal clear. This is an FNS Plus filter from Pentair. We can see we've got the pressure indicator on top, and most filters come with this. This is essentially your end-all be-all for determining when you need to clean your filter. And so we can see here on this dial, we've got a start measurement that was right around 8 pounds. We're getting close to 20 pounds now, and there's actually a little indicator that shows when we should clean our filter. So we're right to that point. So what I want to do is actually show just how much of a restriction occurs when you have a dirty filter versus a clean filter. So we're going to go ahead and use our pool noodle to figure out our flow rate now with the dirty filter, and we're going to clean it and see the impact. And so for this activity, you really don't need much in terms of materials. We've got a 5-gallon bucket here, we've got our pool noodle, we've got a pencil and some paper just for notes, and then we've got an old phone that's going to act as our stopwatch. So really this pool noodle, what we're going to be using this for is essentially to serve as a conduit or a pipe that's going to go from our pool return into our bucket so we can measure the flow rate. This is essentially what I'd used to call the bucket test back in college to measure flow rate. All right, so the gist of this is we are going to use this pool noodle to serve as a pipe. We're going to connect one end down to the return here, and then we're going to measure the output of water from our pipe or our noodle into the 5-gallon bucket, see how long it takes to fill. So I've got our stopwatch all ready to go here. Gonna kind of get things situated. And we're gonna get this stopwatch going. And we're gonna essentially start at the 5-second mark, give me enough time to connect the pool noodle and get it into the bucket. So here we go. So as you're doing this, you want to kind of try to get as tight of a seal on the return as you can. That way you're not losing water back to the pool. You want to try and direct it all right here into the bucket. You also want to try to avoid any sort of kinks in here, just to prevent flow restriction. All right. So we're full. I got 37 seconds on the stopwatch here, so I'm going to take off 5 seconds for the start. So it took 32 seconds to fill up this bucket. So back on our note card here, I've already written in a few things such as the filter pressure when it's dirty, right around 20 pounds. And then our 5-gallon time we said was 32 seconds. So we're going to put that in. And I've got a little formula down here that just shows if you're trying to convert to gallons per minute, we can take the volume, 5 gallons, divided by 32 seconds, multiply it by 60 seconds for every 1 minute, and that's going to give us our gallons per minute. So if we run that calculation using our dirty filter flow rate, we get 9.4 gallons per minute. And that's just from one of our 4 returns here. This isn't indicative of the total flow going through the filter, the pump, but this is going to give us a good comparison to go off of when we measure our flow through our clean filter. All right, gonna get the backwash process started to clean out this filter. All right, so after backwashing, we got our pressure knocked down by around 8 pounds or so. We're not all the way back to the clean state, but I think this is gonna be good enough for demonstration purposes, and then I'll be monitoring our filter pressure. I may end up having to actually take apart the filter to really clean it out and get us back down to our clean state pressure. Now that we've got our filter all cleaned out, we've got it loaded up with DE, we are now going to take our measurement here, see what essentially a clean filter flow rate looks like. It's a similar process. I'll start the stopwatch, give it a few seconds before I actually start filling. So we were at 30 seconds now on this one, so we're going to take off 5 seconds, so 25 seconds to fill this bucket. Definitely a bit quicker than the first go around. Just went back to our sheet here, recorded how long it took, 26 seconds. That equates out to 11.5 gallons per minute out of this one return, compared to our 9.4 gallons per minute with the dirty filter. And that's about a 22% increase between the clean filter and the dirty filter flow rate. So that's pretty significant. And again, our filter pressure actually never got back to the full clean state. So if I do a deep cleaning on the filter and get it back down to pretty much its 8 pounds, I would expect to see an even higher flow rate here. So when using this Pool Noodle to do your comparison between clean and dirty filter, it's important to use the same return jet from the pool. That'll give you consistent results because flow rate can vary between individual returns. And then again, just make sure to kind of squeeze this on to the nozzle pretty tight. Try to be consistent in how you do it both times. That way you're getting consistent results. And even just visually observing the flow out of the return is another simple way to really feel if you've got a full flow rate or maybe reduced. After cleaning our filter, we can see the water just pushing through stronger than previously. You can also simply put your hand down here and feel just a higher force or higher pressure water coming through, but it's hard to quantify it just looking at it or just feeling it. So that's where the Pool Noodle can be pretty handy to use. And while using a Pool Noodle is simple, cheap, and easy in measuring flow rate, you can also use a meter such as this. We've got this installed on the pipe coming back from our solar panels. And so this is showing us how many gallons per minute are flowing through our solar pool heater here. So another tool, this one's a little more costly and requires some installation. Pool Noodle is quick and easy. All right, so there you have it. We saw that by backwashing our filter, we're able to achieve about a 20 to 25% increase in flow rate back to the pool. And there's a lot of significance there. That means you're getting quicker turnover rate in the pool, helping to clean the water quicker and more efficiently. You may not have to run your pump as long. So the Pool Noodle, definitely handy there. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. You'll see more Pool Noodle videos along with a lot of other creative ways to help keep your pool clean and comfortable on a budget, along with other tricks around the yard here. So thanks for watching. See you next time.